like I'd never seen in my life about what could have caused his death. And we know the story that Tony told us because I interviewed him, and he told us the story about the Sharmuta, which is a call girl that was with Leo that night, and there was a conflict, there was an issue with her, and supposedly there was a physical altercation that night that he died.
This might be the most misogynistic viewpoint I ever have. This is the most misogynistic stance I'll ever take. But what man is automatically going to believe that a woman was hit? Like, if any of my boys were like, yo, bro, and if a girl storms out like, he hit me, I'm not going to look at my dude and be like, bro, why'd you hit her? Like, I'm not going to come to that framework right away like that, like these guys are. I'm not going to do it. And if I show you, I want to plug in this other video right here, right now. I can't find it, but it's when Connor Murphy was secretly recording Kanatha and she was going crazy. That little shorty is crazy. So, Tana, I want you to know that John Bravo is betraying bro code to help his boy Tony Huge. Because we don't know. We don't have any of the facts. We don't even have Leo saying, no, I did not hit that chick. We were doing our thing, and then she just kind of snapped. Because she has kind of just snapped on Connor. Threw his laptop out, trashed all his supplements, went crazy on this man. Now, I know he was trying to frame something and he was secretly recording her, but she's crazy. I'm willing to bet that none of this even happened. Your son did not commit a domestic dispute on the crazy Thai woman. I'm not willing to believe it until we see scars, we see evidence, like what Connor did when he went manic and he fucked up her and her sister. There were some evident wounds. There was nothing. Something got turned off. There was something Lay said, because he's so matter of fact, something he said triggered her to storm out. I'm not buying that he did that. So why is John Bravo just running with shit that some sex worker told him? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That Tony told to John Bravo. Oh, I'm sorry. Fox News. Man, wake up. Wake up. He didn't hit no woman, man. I'm not willing to believe he did. You see how easily they're able to just accept these terms? Where's the evidence?
I mean, there's definitely screams that come from his room, but this is like next level screaming. This is like, I don't think this is okay screaming.
Yeah.
So I was pretty nervous about it, but like...
So Tana, I want you to understand what your comments do to me. For me, is it doesn't shut me down. It doesn't want to make me crawl into a hole. It doesn't make me want to cry. It makes me want to go harder. I want you to understand the type of man that I am, because when you've started this, because you've already started it, so now I've gone back and I've analyzed your comments on John Bravo's video, because I'm like, well, if this is really mom's, then you would have left comments on the original video as well. So I'm going to show you how and why that I'm not just a jock that thinks he knows something. I have 2 mathematics degrees from a prestigious 4-year university. I'm very analytical, man. I can show and prove to you right now the difference between 110 IQ and 125 IQ. Very simply put. Let me show you. A 110 and then a 125. Like I'm getting bombarded with messages, right? And I could take two stances. I could get very defensive and I can combat you, and then I can actually attack you, which is very disrespectful. Or it will fuel me to go harder to prove that I am a credible source. I am more credible than John Bravo. You're probably shaking your head like, no, ma'am. Now I have to prove it. You called me a fool. You left 7 more comments under here. I didn't see this. Okay? So the difference between a 110 and a 125 is everything that I'm saying is still a mathematical equation. There is still a percentage of what I'm saying mathematically that I could be incorrect. in any analysis that we do, we have to always factor that in. And if you're not factoring that in any debate or any race or any event where you're challenged and you're challenging somebody else, or you're bringing facts to the table, or you're litigating a law case, because I'm also a paralegal as well. I've helped friends beat. I'm not licensed to practice law, but I am 4-1 in the court system. Yes, I fought 4 cases pro se for other individuals and beat cases, and I'm not even a lawyer. I find the nuance, I find the loopholes, I find the facts, and we break down the facts. But just like you're stating here, your stance could be correct. I could be wrong. But when you call me a fool and say my name properly next time, look at the letters, you know Montana. Can you say that? I can say Tana, and I know what you're getting at, right? But I want you to see the irony. I want you to see the nuance of me versus you. You're not you per se, but just the next individual. They're going to get defensive and say, no, you're wrong. No, I'm actually going to go and seek the knowledge and go learn to see if I was wrong. So I come to my channel. I go do my due diligence. And I want to show you the first video I watch. And understand, when you watch this video and when I watch this video, it's going to be a long, long day for you, ma'am. A long day. Because we're analyzing all your comments now too, and you've been very contradictory in the statements you've made.
Just excited.
I don't know exactly.
Deep middle, picked off by the Lions. Grover Quinn slides down at the 40.
By Thielen, lost the football. The Lions have got it. They've won it.
Only use that it's going to be a long day comment for you, Tana, because it was a long day for me when I was doing Oklahoma drills. We literally lined up 10 yards apart, and I'm 5'8", $165. This dude's 5'9", 220, 210, solid. And the objective is he has to tackle the guy behind me, and I have to block the guy. It's a drill made for defensive players, and we had to do it over and over and over again. And the coach that ran the drill was a defensive backs coach. So there was a few times where I went crazy, and I actually won. I beat him, and they were like, I don't want to say my last name, but they were like, stop holding. They thought I was holding. No, I was getting up under that boy pads, and I won a few battles. But there were a few battles, even the first battle, I got depleted. It was like I got summoned off the earth. It was like a ghost took me, and I was levitating off the ground. That's how hard he hit me. And at the time, I'm a walk-on. I'm trying to earn a scholarship. I wasn't on full ride yet. So I said, no. Once he literally lifted me off the ground with how hard he hit me, they were going to put me to the back of the line. I said, no. I said, run it again. I was like, run it again. And then the coaches were like, what? They were going to push me to the back of the line. I said, no, run it again. Run it right now, again. And then I did actually, I won the battle. And it kind of got the practice height. And we had to do that over and over and over again. Helmet to helmet to helmet. And the next drill was more hitting of us on our backs, and then hitting helmet to helmet to helmet. And I loved it. He's not a yellow jacket hoffer. He's not going to be a yellow jacket hoffer, but he is a Detroit Lions Hall of Famer. Strong safety. I love it because I can transition and use that energy and use that mantra and that lifestyle, and I can bring it on YouTube, and I can live my life the same way. The man's was curling 80s, doing hammer curls with 80s like nothing. It was a long day. That was a very, very, very intense spring where I'm lining up against this guy. It was a long day. But guess what? For you and me both, it made me tougher. So this will make you tougher. But this will not be a video you might not even get through. So click off now if you want to.
Ghana, East Africa.
What? Tana, did you hear that?
Ghana, East
It's
Africa.
Tana, right?
Ghana.
Because I could have sworn I was using Tana. 115 versus 125. I can show you those little nuances that even when you believe and you know yourself to be correct, there could also be another correct answer. The answer that I was giving you to begin with. So understand, when you leave comments on my channel, it's only going to fuel me to want to find more of the answers. I would say you woke up a giant, but I've already been awakened. You're telling me to stop my investigation, right? It's 3:22 in the morning. You said you can't sleep. I can't sleep now. I can't sleep now because when I say, you know what? I got to find out if this is actually Lay's mom. And now I go down this rabbit hole to see if you're actually a troll that's trying to get my videos taken down and my channel taken down to be less credible, to not find a solution in a, you know, if a final solve, if you've ever completed a Rubik's Cube, to this case. So I'm going to keep this really short and sweet, and I want you to comment under these videos here, because this is what I've been saying the whole time. So I don't want to hear you go back and forth with, oh, this is what I said, but I meant this. No, I'm going at face value of what you said. This is the initial John Bravo video that states how Leo died, autopsy investigation. He's very sensitive to Lucy. He's very sensitive to Leo. He's very sensitive to you. And you're in there thanking people for commenting. But I also see that you're in here trying to bully some other people. Look at this. I cannot see how you do. My son was beaten. That is clear autopsy shows without a doubt. Okay, that was 10 months ago. Very interesting. I don't care what you say. Tony sat downstairs while the toilet was being removed from the damn floor, heard all the noise, and did absolutely nothing. While my son was murdered in the bathroom with the toilet being taken off the floor, Tony sat downstairs, heard all this, and don't you tell me ever that he doesn't know more than he says he knows. Rather, he tried to make it all about life, having to buy it, you know, bipolar thing on the bipolar this, but you know, it's not. You don't freak out when you're slightly bipolar romantic about what you said, and I want you to know it. You understand me, fool, and you know you should leave Lucy alone. She just lost her husband, the father of her child. You could be kind to people. You could care about the mother that lost her child. You could care about Lucy, who lost the father of her child, but you don't get it. You are not at all, and everybody knows it. Please, please, this is not a war between our families. This is all one family. I want you to know that. You know, this is tough love, but this is all one family. And I need you to answer this question, please, or ask Lucy, please. Have they ever slipped up and verified that Connor was there? Can you please tell me, have they verified to you that, can you actually verify that he was there? I need, just like the Murdoch case, just like the video I just showed you, they sent this man to prison for multiple life terms and couldn't even verify that he was on the scene. It was all circumstantial. Every bit of it, except for his voice. Because you can't pin him. If you cannot pin him physically to the location, none of the evidence you find is hard evidence. It's all circumstantial because you have not even pinned him to the scene. Please watch that video. That's an hour-long, quick one for you. So no, I can pump out an hour like nothing. I have so much information, nuanced information. So when you're telling me, and these people are telling me, oh, they need more hard evidence, when Murdoch gets 3 consecutive life terms or something like that with all circumstantial evidence, but if they can pin him with his voice, it is pretty lock and key. But I'm just showing you the nuance of it. Understand that I need every piece of every sliver of information I can get. So have they told you that Connor was there? Have you heard anything that Connor was there? Because he was there. But they don't want to say he's there. He's a ghost. He's a ghost in this whole picture. So the one that did it, he's going to be the ghost. I want to reveal this ghost to everyone, to the Thai authorities and to the FBI officials that are watching this video. Stay tuned, fellas. Please stay here. Stay on this channel. Get me a badge because I'm trying to bring out the information that needs to be brought out. This will not be a cold case. You can believe you me. It will not be one. So, you basically just said Tony's involved. And ma'am, I'm raising my voice right now because when I hit this back button, you see this arrow? It's going to defeat your whole line of reasoning. You ready? R.I.P. Leo. Here's the link to Lucy's video. Also, to stop it in its tracks. No, Tony had nothing to do with it, but I am curious to see what you guys think happened due to these now new details. Ma'am, do you want to solve this case or not? I'm not going to play these little games, but I will show you directly to your face, this is not the channel. I am not the one. I'm putting in your face, John Bravo just told you and everybody else, Tony is not involved. So what I would like you to do is, you are fueled to the fire just like we are. I'm very mad about this case. Go over to John Bravo's page and do the same thing you've been doing on my page. Because he's just said Tony has nothing to do with it. I hope you come back on the winning team because the winning team is going to solve this case and the winning team is going to have John Bravo locked up for the conspiracy to commit murder because he's Fox News and he's putting out a false narrative. What's this say right here? I'll have Lucy take care of your channel. What are you insinuating here, ma'am? Because that's the same woman that took Ennis's statement at face value. Lath died. He didn't even call Lucy and have a heart-to-heart with her and say, look, man, hey, I got to talk to you, Lucy. Like, we got to talk. It happened in Tony's home. Tony told Ennis, hey, man, hey, can you text Leo's wife, man, and just let her know that, like, Leo died, bruh. Just text her, bruh. You are clueless. And it's, like I said in my other videos, pissing me off. Because Tony didn't even have the wherewithal or the heart or the compassion to even call Lucy and say, you know what? I got to have a talk with you. I got to have a man-to-man talk with you. He had the little dude that is scamming people with fake MK677 and fake Masteron and fake Turkesterone. And we don't even know what's in the sups. We don't even know where it's bottled. We don't even know who these clandestine chemists are. That's the man that texted Lucy, your daughter-in-law, didn't even get a call that your son was dead. And you want to take down my channel? Oh no. You got your facts a little twisted up, a little convoluted, a little skewed, a little off track. Let me bring you back on track. You know that guy Connor Murphy? I know you don't like to talk about him. He's the guy who did this. These are the reoccurring themes that you need to get used to. I hope you're coming back on the right team. We're the Sandlot. This is family. Our gloves are old. Our outfits are not brand new. They're worn out. They have holes. But I will still beat anyone around those four bases in those Converses faster than anyone else that you got. I'm that one. So if you want to step to my page with 20 comments, understand that you win at the one. Hi. I hope you're still here. I hope you haven't clicked off. We still got a little ways to go. Don't ever question my credentials. Don't ever question my wherewithal. Don't ever question my work ethic to find the answers. You want to take it a step further? Let's take this a step further and talk about I don't do the best research on this topic on all of YouTube. Let's flash back to a article that I just read. I'm staying up all night going down more rabbit holes because I really like when people call me fool. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't understand what you've done. Because if you think I'm a fool, I'm going to prove to you that I'm a genius. I'm going to prove to you that I am double the man that Tony Hughes is, double the man that John Bravo is, and you should have been here the whole time. Leah writes a article. Seemed like it got translated from Thai because it's a little choppy. But it's a synopsis of what Tony is telling the journalist and what the journalist is writing down and what they're eavesdropping from what they're hearing from what they're telling law enforcement. There was also a handwritten note that I would like to get my hands on if we could. I don't know if there's a Freedom of Information Act like there is in the US, but we could do a Freedom of Information Act and pull that letter to see if it was pertinent or not. But he wasn't expecting to die, so it's probably just a handwritten letter that was probably for one of his family members. But right here, Charles Anthony Hughes could not get a hold of Algaz yesterday, so he decided to check him in at his house. Yeah, conveniently, Tony's placing himself not at the house. Oh, he wasn't there. No, dude, he was there. And the women were there the whole day as well. Leo did not answer the door and was locked, so Hughes used the spare key to enter the property to find Algaz dead in the bedroom. Tana, I want you to know this is all a facade. They are manipulating the scenario to act like they were gone. They were there the whole time. I have proof that Tony verifies that every single woman in the harem was there as business as usual. And Tony's the only one that's trying to be I just wasn't there. But why were all your shorties in the harem there? Oh, you're just lying about your whereabouts. But if you've literally pinballed this same story over and over and over and over again, you can remember the contradictions. In one of those response videos, Tony said that the house was empty. Completely empty. I tried to go get it. I tried to go rescue the video. If someone gets like the number 2 video, the 2-hour joint, I believe Tony says that the house was completely empty. And then I do have a video. I have it actually saved. The one that he states the girls were there. So that's contradiction for sure, where it's a line drawn in the sand that no one was there, and then now everyone's there, and now you hear the banging, and then you decide to leave on that weekend. And then after he's gone, you decide to leave to go see baby mama number 4 out of town for 2 weeks. While Guru Amin airs everything out that, yeah, like, you on the run, pretty much, Playboy. This is just the beginning. So after the man dies, instead of being like, you know what? I see a lot of blood. I see a physical struggle. Let's find out who did this. No, Tony Hughes wants to paint Leo out to be a manic. And it says here, Hughes said that he knew that his friend struggled with bipolar disorder, having a good and bad split personality. He often stayed in his room alone, immersed in his computer, and like smoking cannabis regularly. Adds Hughes. Are you When the man was literally breaking down medical journals, medical ideology, terminology, molecules, what more plates, more dates is it doing? It does, but more nuanced than that. You painted him out to sound like a Game of Thrones gamer who just puffs trees and sits on his computer all day. This is right after he dies. Tony Hughes is the one that's literally trying to frame this manic episode action to the masses. He's the number 1 proprietor of this excuse. And I want to show you, Tana, or it could be Tana, but you don't even realize that your name could be pronounced in different methods. So I'm showing you that you are going to get blindsided by the truth. You understand that Tony and John Bravo are best friends. We're just going to stop it in its tracks. No, Tony had nothing to do with it. And then you're commenting under John's comment that said Tony has nothing to do with it. And you're saying Tony definitely had something to do with it. So why are you attacking all these random people in the comments? Why aren't you attacking Fox News? Because he's the strongest media source on the fucking platform. You are going to derail this whole investigation because you're trying to derail the only man that's actually doing a current investigation. Thank you for your comment. I'm Leo's mother, and I truly appreciate what you said because that's what blows my mind. Tony's the key to it all, and everyone knows it. XO. No. Guess what? After my 1 hour long video comes out, after this video comes out, Miss Tana 16530, you're going to need to upload your first video to YouTube. Please show us some memorabilia. Please. I would love to see some Leo and Longevity, his baseball glove or something. I'm fighting for this case. So you will need to prove that this is not an intricate troll that John Bravo has placed in the mix for channels like me. If you don't have over a 125, you won't even know where I'm going with this. But the cabal is that deep. They are that calculated that they will plant you in the mix for, we aren't really supposed to touch and broach this topic. This is very hard to do. But you've came and I see that you're commenting on other people's channels. You've left me 20 to 30 comments. So guess what? I'm going to make 20 to 30 videos. Welcome to the Thunderdome. I'm analyzing every piece of content now. You will get the obsessed J.V. And do you want to know why I switched it from J.V to ICU? Because Connor Murphy kind of spooked me a little bit when he put J. something in a damn video. And when I know that the killer is telling me that he's putting J.V in a video, okay, I freaked the fuck out and I changed my name. So the killer and I are having a little back and forth when I'm telling you, mamas, that John Bravo is the catalyst to all this shit. He's Fox News. Please wake up and come back because there's time to come back. But what we will not do is I'm not going to let you try to punk me worse than you've tried to punk everybody else on this platform. You're going to realize that some of those words are going to have to go back in your mouth. Grow up and have some compassion, or maybe just don't and be a real creep. No, Tana, how about you go back like I'm doing right there? You address John Bravo saying Tony Huge has nothing to do with it. I will be waiting for your response. So when you go back over the information and go back over it again, this is like the 4th or 5th time I'm going back over the information. So guess what? I can ask the most nuanced, onion peeling questions. John Bravo and Tony Hughes, they left off right at the point where, yeah, we heard a lot of noise going on upstairs, like there was the toilet moving around and all that. Okay, so what happened between then and this article saying Algaz didn't answer the door, it was locked, so Hughes used the spare key to enter the property to find Algaz dead in the bedroom. He immediately called the police. So wait, you heard the tussling going on upstairs. What happened in the time frame from then to now? You're obliviously going in and opening the door with the spare key because you don't know if he's there or not or what. Come on. I'm going hard in the paint like Ben Wallace. I'm going to nail you down to these specifics now. Because I'm just going over the same shit I've been going over because people are out here calling me a fool. So this fool can show you that John Bravo's throwing out to the media that he can just throw a quick interview out. The 10-month-old interview, he just threw it out to you so he could satisfy a video for you. In the video, he's basically saying, yeah, you know what? We heard some noise going on upstairs. But that's not your boy enough to be like, hey, bro, hey, is everything good? Like, you go up and, hey, Leo, you good? Because we about to take off, my G. Like, we're going to go shooting or whatever. But, like, you solid, right? Because I'm not leaving the house until I know my nigga is solid. That's what I'm saying. It's bro code. I don't care about hoes and a harem. I care about my guys. You know what I'm saying? 420, Shaq, Will. All the generals that are stepping up and fighting this war with me, we are lockstep with our muskets, with our balls of gunpowder, with the bayonet on the end. I will fight this war to the end. What happens when all that tussling goes on and now it's Monday? And now you're opening the door oblivious and with the spare key because you can't get a hold of Leo? Nah, man, it's not adding up. And if you don't understand Montana, I don't know how, I put an accent mark or something, but I'm going to show you that you were actually putting a wrench in the investigation by believing John Bravo. I will pile drive this information into your skull, man. Oh, let me do that real quick. You're saying, okay, this guy, ICU's a little bit animated about this. No, ma'am, no. I think about every angle. Don't make me think about any kind of ulterior motives. This is a cabal. These are dangerous men. These are dangerous guys. 10 months ago, 11 months ago, John saying, let me stop it in its tracks. No, you don't have any of the facts. How do you know Tony's not involved? That's why John Bravo is not an objective journalist. He should have actually been a journalist like Nick Trigilli does. He plays a little favorites, but he don't play no favorites. Spit out the news how it comes in. Like, hey, Tony, I am obligated to pump the news out how I get it. I'm not going to frame it a certain way because the ones who know. I could be wrong, but there's a very strong possibility, ma'am, because I've done way more research than obviously you have on how your name can be pronounced in many different variations on your son's murder. And the disingenuous part is you want to stop me. You want to silence me? You want to silence me? I will spend $7K to go out to Pattaya and do the tests. The next video will show you. I'll put it together for you. Another clue, some more clues. They're talking about, oh, we have a third-party DNA. How you think they got Crooks's DNA? The guy who almost got Trump. We're going to save that for next time, but I'm on your head top because I'm not going to let anything stop us from finding this killer. You want to give information to the cabal? Good. Go ahead. This case ain't going to get solved. Am I stuttering? This case will not get solved if you give any iota of facts to John fucking Bravo. Ma'am, with all due respect, if you're going to punch into the internet, you know, if you're going to punch in to the AOL instant messenger, if you're going to punch in and join us on the internet, I'm going to show you how the internet works. You have 24 hours to prove you are Lath's mom with a video, with things that could prove you are Lath's mom. You have 24 hours or your message is null and void. You are not Lath's mom. So I expect to see a video on your channel. That's what YouTube's for, right? To put videos up. Welcome to the internet. You want to comment and hide behind an avatar with no picture? You have 24 hours from the time you hear this message to prove you are Lath's mom or you are fucking up an active investigation. All we can do from here is go up. when them cuffs go on those individuals, that's gonna be tough. So stay tuned. It's ICU. And everything about us is blue collar, and we gets it out the mud. John is not on our team, so he should not know what's up. Stay tuned.